And here we are, Saturday night, Antoine Anonymous meeting. Shout out to Tina, first person here. How you doing, Tina? Oh, one sec. There you go. How you doing? Hope you're good. One second. All right. Can't touch this mic. Good. Yeah. Nice. Still clean. Today, for today, we're good. I am. Still am. Yo, SFA 8 us. SFA 8 us. Love and respect from Trinidad. Hey, Taylor, is Trinidad part of the Caribbean? Is it part of the Caribbean? Okay. Do you know you're an impressive? Yes, he says yeah. Hey, I literally just ordered Caribbean food, my friend. How crazy is that? I ordered some jerk chicken. What I really wanted was oxtail, but they didn't have it for some reason. Bubba, hello from Georgia. Tina in the process of moving, and yep, 2.5 months. Awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Did you go to a meeting today, Tina? I did. I went to the Saturday meeting. It was good. Lots of people. You know, and somebody was sharing about how they lost one of their friends to drug addiction. So it was pretty sad for that. But the good thing on the other hand is that there was a lot of people. There was no more chairs empty. So it was a full meeting. So it means that everybody in there are fighting and trying to overcome addiction, and they're not dead. They're alive. They're all trying. Like all you guys in the chat here, you're alive and doing your best. So that's good. So Hussam is just came for the gym. Chest day. Well, good man. Good. I did a 2 mile run today. That's all I did. Tina was at work. That's good. Gift of recovery. Work. You still go to the gymnasium. But anyway, we can recenter with I'm gonna put it up. Where is it? There it is. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Some of you guys could say amen to that. I'm gonna say amen to that. Good prayer. You know, accept things you can't change and ask for courage to change the things you can actually change. And then, be wise enough to know which is which. Amen. So, in the 12-step program, and by the way, I am not a representative of NA. I'm just some recovering addict who likes to talk about it, talk about the 12 steps sometimes, about my own recovery, really. And my recovery includes the 12 steps, but some people, they don't use it. I think it's the only thing, in my opinion, saving millions of lives on a global scale is a 12-step program. Started with AA and now in NA. But before the AA program, there was no opioid crisis back in the day. It didn't exist. That's not in the US, right? It was the alcohol crisis. It was killing a lot of people, bringing a lot of people to the hospitals, and people did not know what to do. They would try to fix the alcoholics, give them some pills, take care of their withdrawals, get them back on their feet, and then they would, after 3 weeks of it being in the hospital, whatever, or after a few days, however long it took to make sure they didn't die from alcohol withdrawal, because you can die from that. They'd send them back in the wild, well, in their homes. And then, lo and behold, 2 to 3 weeks later, they all came back worse. You treated them, you send them back to in their household, back to work, whatever. They come back even more drunk, even more sick. They come back worse. So they didn't know what to do. And then a guy named Bill was like, he was an alcoholic himself. I'm like, how can I stop drinking? I can't. And then he met, along the way, he met Dr. Bob, another alcoholic. And Dr. Bob's story, if you want to read Bob's story, Bob was actually a real addict. Pretty crazy story when you read it in the big book of AA. But that's a story for another time. So the two of them together tried to like help other alcoholics and went to hospitals. They went even to bars and dragged people from across the bar to the other room to do a meeting, and then the next day and things like that. And what they noticed is that, holy shit, after a few months, or I may be making a little bit of detailed mistakes in the story, but after a few months, you know what happened? They realized they didn't drink in months, both of them. I said, holy shit. They realized that the cure to alcoholism was to help each other. So by helping each other not drink and sharing and just being together in that, against the struggle, both of them stayed clean, stayed sober. And then they're like, this is it. This is how you fight addiction. It's by gathering around with a group of people with the same goal of like not using, not drinking, and then helping each other, sharing, the message, sharing the struggles, sharing everything, and trying to find like a program that they made a program together, and then with that program, millions of lives have been saved. So that's how it worked. That's what a 12 step is. So, do you guys have any questions about that? It's a good story, right? I love that story. One sec. Restore chat. Can you guys comment now? I can't see your comments. Taylor, can you see if the comments work? You did that last time. I thought people were just ignoring me, and then the people were actually chatting, and I couldn't see the messages. Taylor? Okay. The last thing I see is Amen by Steph Atos. Oh, Tina. Tina said hi. All right, Tina's here. So it's a great story, right? The cure, like they try to find all the science, religion, like therapy, like CBT, all this stuff could not cure the alcoholic. The only thing that could cure it was alcoholics helping each other stay off the booze. And this is how the program was created. And that program was saving millions of lives. Grateful for the 12 steps. It's the only thing that I know of that's working globally to help people stay off alcohol. And the crazy thing is that where science failed, a spiritual program worked. Weird. Because some people say that addiction is a spiritual malady, spiritual disease. That's pretty abstract, right? But it's more than just physical, more than just mental. There's a spiritual layer underneath it. And some people really feel the pull of the devil when there's cravings and stuff. So it is abstract in a sense. So I've ever heard it. Every day there's always a little pull. Come back. And then for me now, it's like, well, I don't want to come back. I love my life right now. So that's way easier for me now than before. But before, when the obsession was there, if the obsession was there, it was most likely I would cave in and relapse and use, and all the way up until I suffered so much that I capitulated, went on my knees, pretty much sometimes literally cried as I gave up fighting. I gave up trying to control my addiction. So and then I would check myself in rehab. That's my pattern. I start to use, and then I end up in rehab, and I was like, oh shit, I can't stop every time. So that's the cool thing about that. I'm glad I'm an addict because I know that I don't really have to think about trying to control anything. I can't. I've tried it before. Tina is finding peace in the present right now, and it's humbling. Yeah, yeah, it is very humbling, right? It's like when you're just happy and just like this is the way things are right now, and I'm fine with it. Then you don't want to use, because for me, when I was using drugs, it's just me not accepting how the now is, and I want to make the now different. And my way of making it different was using something external like drugs to enhance it or numb it, whatever it is, right? But if you can fully accept the present moment, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to. You don't want to change it. You're just enjoying the way it is, and that's if every day we would live life like that, it would be so much easier, right? So it's kind of nice when we realize that, and it can be the same thing with everything. Sometimes like just being in the moment for me, so I freak out. As a new dad, you always think about like, oh, I got to provide for my family, provide for my son, provide for my wife. I got to pay the house, the bills, this and that. I got to work more work. But then it's like, okay, if they have food and I can pay the house, I'm fine. I mean, and I should be enjoying what I have. My little baby is struggling right now. Just ate a big meal. Maybe he has the toots. Who knows? But he's in good hands. My wife's hands. So it's very peaceful. This is Tina. Maybe it's what they call the serenity, right? They talk about the serenity in the meetings. The 12 steps. They talk about the serenity a lot. It's like a gift of recovery to like find serenity and be serene. And the first time I saw it was like even before I knew about NA. Is that when I met my sponsor? I was actually at the Cabana Pool Bar beach party. I wasn't clean. He was though. He was there hanging out with some friends, and my ex knew him. And I was like, there was something about him. He was like at peace. He was like chill. He was like just fine with the way things were from his own, from his world, from his own eyes, was all right. It was enough. And I was like, wow, I want that. I want what he has. I want this thing. This thing was serenity, right? Well, I don't always have it, but I think it's like a muscle. If you work on gratitude, if you work on all these things, you'll be able to feel it too. It's not something that's like, oh, all right, I woke up and I'm just grateful and I didn't have to work on it. I mean, for me, it wasn't like that. For me, I had to like sometimes do not mental gymnastics, but I had to like think myself into thinking that way because my normal thinking pattern is not helpful, and sometimes it's even harmful to me. Like my own thinking is harmful to me. So it's like I have a thinking problem. That's what addiction is. It's like a thinking problem kind of thing. And the thing that's kind of sad about that is that's why for me trying to fix it myself, it didn't work because how can I fix a thinking problem by thinking if thinking is my problem? That's why I couldn't stay clean by myself. That's why I needed outside help, a program or just rehab and counselors and this and that. I had to relearn how to live life without drugs. Because before the drugs, I kind of was, as a young kid, whatever, a teenager, whatever, I was struggling. I was never like fully comfortable and happy and serene, and I always needed more of something, right? I mean, bodybuilding helped, competing helped. I would go outside even before bodybuilding. I would go outside and do martial arts by myself for hours. I was always trying like this feeling of not being good enough. I had to like change that by being good enough. But the thing is, if my way of thinking is that I'm not good enough, it's not by trying to be good enough that I'm gonna fix my thinking problem of not being good enough. It's by changing the way I think. If I stop thinking that I'm not good enough, just stop thinking that, I'm gonna fix my problem. But if my problem stays there and I get better and better and better and better at everything that I do, but I'm still thinking that I'm not good enough, the problem's still there. I still think I'm not good enough, right? And right now, today, I don't think I'm good, and it's like it's still there, but it's like I can actually appreciate the things I have if I stop myself. But my old little like wound there is still there, telling me I'm not good enough every day. But it's like okay, it's there. Can I ever remove it? Probably not. If I've been thinking this way for like decades, I'm probably always gonna think like that. I mean, I don't know, but today it's there. But the thing is, I'm not letting that thought pattern cripple cripple me on the daily. So now it's I know I'm not good enough. I mean, I know that I think that I'm not good enough, and I won't let that affect me as much as it did. And I won't let that dictate my actions. Because if I act out of fear, it's never a good action. It's never a good motive. If I'm doing things out of fear, it's not a good way of living. I need to act out of. Then you can add whatever you want there. People say the opposite of fear is faith. And why is that? Is because if I know if I'm doing the right thing, I know I'm gonna have the best outcome for myself, and that's good. I'll be fine, right? So that's the opposite of fear. If I know I'm doing the best to better myself, I need to let go of that thinking of like I'm not good enough, and I won't, I will fail. I won't be. I'll be worthless. And instead, I need to be like, you know what? I know I'm going to be okay if I do the right thing today. I'm going to focus on that thought pattern. So that's the difference. Either I'm acting out of fear, and I do all kinds of weird shit. Like back in the day, like, oh, I'm not good enough, and how can I feel good? Or maybe if I get pulled, if I go see this girl, and maybe she'll like me if I flirt with her, and then if I sleep with her and stuff, maybe I'll feel good about myself with that. It's then you mix partying with that. It's like a bunch of stuff that's like, oh, I'm trying to feel better. I try to be like to feel like I am somebody worthy of love or worthy of whatever, right? Whatever it is that you think is cool when you're a kid, and if you're around like, guys with muscle and money and girls, you're like, I guess this is cool. Money, I never really cared about money, honestly. But boobies and muscle and party, yes, that I liked. Now I like muscle still. I like one pair of boobies. So it's different now. I don't act out of fear. That's the basic thing I'm saying, which is good. I mean, I think I don't, but sometimes if I just let my brain react to things, it's the default settings. The default settings on my brain is trying to kill me. When you think about it, my default setting is me just like doing things that what I want selfishly, my self will. What do I want? Sometimes impulsively. Maybe not as much anymore, but back in the day, I would get angry. I just want to go and get wild and do all kinds of crazy shit. That's what I want. I want this. I want that. Now I don't. I want to feel better. I don't care about the rest. I want to party. I don't care about the consequences. This and that. It's just a self-will. And that's my default pattern. Default thought pattern. My default settings are I'm hardwired to kill myself. It's kind of crazy, right? It's like a bad brain wiring. And how did my brain get wired like that? Well, a lot of traits are like hereditary, like being a compulsive, being the ADHD stuff, being impulsive. All these things are traits that you can inherit from like a family. And those are the traits sometimes addicts have. But people who are not addicts can also have these. But it's also the environment, upbringing, past trauma. So if you combine past trauma, old wounds, abandonment issues, fear of not being good enough, you combine all that with compulsiveness, being impulsive, all these things, compulsive. You combine that, you make an addict. You just need Maybe you could be your whole life with all these traits and the trauma, and then you'll be fine. But if you find one thing that relieves the pain at some point in your life, that relieves the pain really well right away, your brain is like, holy shit, my whole life I felt bad, and now I feel good. Me, register, check mark. This is it. This is what we need to do, guys. All the little like hamsters in your head, guys. We found the solution. Write it down. We found the thing. This guy's been doing hard drugs. The hard drugs. This is like making feel all good. Everything's good when we do that. Let's keep notes. Keep track of this. Get some more. Let's get some more, guys. Come on. Let's put the craving in the head so the guy could get some more. So everything works well here. So the brain works well. All the little hamsters are happy. You know. Then you keep doing it. The more you do it. You don't get it. Sometimes people get addicted with one time, but if you do something once and then you stop, usually and you never go again, you could be fine. But usually an addict will be like, "Shit, that felt good. Finally, I feel like I'm living life. Let's do that again." And then you do it 2, 3, 4 times, and you're addicted. An impulsion can become a habit real quick, and then a habit can become an addiction if you're an addict. As simple as that. And then getting your way out of that was impossible for me by myself. What's that? Oh no, I lost it. I got it. Sorry. I sneeze. Sneeze me. Excuse me. Bless me. Okay. So, where do we go from here? Well, we just look at the day at hand and try to deal with just today until I go to bed, and that should be fine, right? And with that, in the 12-step program, there's always just thank you, just for today. It's like little daily reflections. It's July 5th today, right? So every day, there's a little text like that we can read that makes us think. And they take that from the basic text, which is like the main document with all the 12-step info in NA. In AA, they call it the big book. In NA, they call it the basic text. In Christianity, they call it the Bible. It's like they have this one book and the things are based on. It's like the same thing. It's like our own Bible, but it's not religion. Okay, guys, it's not religion. It's like a manual of how to operate the program, pretty much, with a bunch of like stuff in it. So I'm gonna read it, and I'm gonna talk with you guys, about it. It's good because my meal is late. Let's read it together. Exploring spiritual options, page 195. And here's a quote from the basic text. The nature of our belief will determine the manner of our prayers and meditations. Whoa! What the fuck is that? What does that mean? Another abstract reading, guys. So let's try to decorticate it. Okay, the nature of our belief will determine the manner of our prayer. So what we believe in will like dictate like how we pray and how we meditate if we do that, right? I mean, some people like, I believe in like fitness, and then the way they'll feel meditation is maybe by exercising. That's a basic example for all the meatheads out there. Antoine, GTSU. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Yes. Let's keep reading. How do we pray? For each and a member, it's a deeply personal matter. Many of us find that over time, we develop a manner of prayer and meditation based on what we learn from others and what we're comfortable with. I think the last one is the most important one. What we're comfortable with. I think, how like your higher power, your spiritual beliefs is very personal. Like it's the way, there's no ways that are wrong to believe in a higher power and whatever you want to believe in. There's no ways that are wrong. It's something you're comfortable with, right? And from that, you'll have your own version of prayer, and you'll have your own version of meditation. So this is what this means to me. Some of us arrive in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. You can have it. It's fine. Just take it. Some of us arrive in NA with a closed mind toward a power greater than ourselves. I mean, I had that. I was like atheist before. Then I thought a little bit longer, and I was like, why why would I have the power to know exactly what it is, what's going on, right? So I was agnostic. But when we sit down with our sponsor, which is the person in NA that, or it's a program that helps you with the program, that has more clean time than you, kind of guides you through the steps and through the meetings of the program. That's what a sponsor is. It's not like I have a Nike as my sponsor. I did this, Reebok and stuff like that. It's a person. A sponsor is a person, and discuss our difficulty. Looking at the second step in depth, we are pleased to find that we can choose any concept of a higher power that appeals to us. I think the second step is talks about the higher power relieving us from insanity. I think it's pretty much what it is. So it's like step 2 is when you introduce your higher power in the program. And you would ask, if you ask me, Antoine, what's your higher power? I don't know. I don't think I have the words. I don't think words can describe. I don't think it's something I can describe. I don't even know it's something. So let's say if I could probably only describe 10%, because I think the material plane, the physical things, the five senses, the senses we get, is only 10% of the real reality. So how can I describe 100% if I only have 10%? I can only speak words to describe the 10%. So that's where I'm coming from with this. So if you ask me what my higher power is, I said, I don't know exactly. Something out there and everywhere, all at once. Yeah. So whatever appeals to you can be your higher power, pretty much. Let's keep reading. Just as our definition of a power greater than ourselves differs from addict to addict, so does our manner of achieving a conscious contact. Some attend religious services, some chant, some sit quietly or talk with whatever is out there. Some find a spiritual connection by communing with nature. The right way to pray and meditate is whatever helps us improve our conscious contact with our own higher power. So that's good. See that? The last sentence. Really good. So here I saw like a Hussam is the name that Hussam. I'm assuming you're from the Middle East. Tina's there. SFA is for like the Trinidad. I don't know what kind of belief you have in Trinidad, but maybe it's Christianity. I have no idea, right? But all of you guys have different beliefs. That's awesome. But the right way to pray and meditate is whatever helps you guys improve your conscious contact with your God, with your belief, with your own higher power. So that's the right way to do it. The right way is the way that you get the most contact with your higher power. That's the right way. You know? That's why I never really understood people trying to convert people to their belief. I'm guessing they're getting so much benefits from their religion that they're trying to share that genuinely with people, maybe. Or maybe they're pushing people, the religion are pushing people to go and spread the religion. And then you go into the religion and they ask you for money for the church. Weird, right? Don't push it on me. Don't push me. Don't push me. Attraction, not promotion. If it's good, if it's that good, I'm gonna join because it looks that good. Until then, just live your life the best way you can, and don't knock on my door. I'm gonna read this last sentence again because it's really good, guys. The right way to pray and meditate is whatever helps us improve our conscious contact with our own higher power. Not Hussam's, not Tina's, not Rescue IV, but my own. And Tina should say, not Hussam's, not Antoine's, not SFA Ethos, but her own. Hussam is saying, I don't know where I would be if I didn't practice my religion. That's awesome, Hussam. It should be like that. You should practice your religion because I feel that your religion is helping you have a conscious contact with God, with Allah. I'm assuming with your name. I hope I'm not overstepping here. But that's awesome, right? It should be like that. You should have a higher power. You should have a meditation and a prayer to your own design, to your own. And if you want to get inspired by religion, that's awesome. Yes, Muslim, perfect. So Islam is helping millions of people. So it should be there for everyone to like if they need it. Let's keep going. Asking others how they found their spiritual guidance is always a good place to begin. Reading literature before we enter periods of meditation can also help us. Many have gone before us on this search. As we seek spiritual growth, we can greatly benefit from their experience. That's interesting. I'm going to read it again. Asking others how they found their spiritual practice is always a good place to begin. For example, I could ask Usama, hey, what do you believe in? How did you get there? Right? And there's also like a bunch of readings I could read and meditate after that from the Quran and stuff. So that's a good example. And other people would probably like Buddhism more and read stuff about Buddhism and like about letting go of all desires and things like that. That's, if it works for them, good, right? But the thing is that's important. Many of us many have gone before us on this search. It's not the first time this happens, right? As we seek spiritual growth, we can greatly benefit from their experience. So I can benefit from Usam. I can benefit from Tina's spiritual experience. I can benefit from Baba's experience from Georgia. I can benefit from all you guys' experience. You know? Sometimes if you just pause and listen, you'll learn something. All right, so the last sentence of the text here, it's a little reflection of the little recap of the text. Just for today, I will explore my options for improving my conscious contact with the God of my understanding. Oh, very simple, but complicated at the same time. Very to the point, but abstract at the same time. I'm going to read it again for you guys. Just for today, I will explore my options for improving my conscious contact with the God of my understanding. So today, I'm going to think about the different ways I can improve my contact with God. And then, of course, of my understanding. My own personal understanding, right? Because everybody's spiritual path is different. And we can only understand what we understand. Or what we can understand. So that's good. Very good reading. Do you guys have any questions about that for people who just joined the chat, the live stream? We had 33 minutes. We're 33 minutes in actually, and it's a NA reading I'm doing. This is Antoine Anonymous live stream to help people with drug addiction, recovery, and mental health, men and women, and whatever's in between. For for anybody who's like that, it's all right. So, any questions? Have you guys explored your options for improving your concept? What do you do? So for people who believe in something, what do you do to improve your conscious contact with your God, with God? Usami, are you doing the prayers a few times every day? You know, because that's one way to practice your conscious contact. That's something like very admirable from. Oh, yo, what's up, Xavier? Just tuning in at the end. So Xavier, let me ask you this: Is there any things in particular that you do to improve your conscious contact with the God of your understanding? Oh yeah, well I do it every week, Xavier. That's not bodybuilding. So Tina is saying, I pray every morning just for the strength to get through the day. That's awesome, right? You get up and you pray to have the strength to get through the day. And guess what, Tina? I bet that you finish every day. You know, you finish every day and you go to bed. When you pray in the morning and you say that, You start your day with that. I pretty much can guess that you have the strength to last through the day. And Hussam is saying, yes, I pray 5 times a day. It keeps me grounded. Kind of literally, right? Kind of literally. You go on the ground and you just humble yourself and you pray. So is there anything in particular, Hussam? I know you don't have to share it, Hussam, but is there anything you pray particularly? Do you say like, thank you for the food, thank you for the shelter? Do you pray for someone, for people? You don't have to answer if it's too private. Just ignore. But Tina gave a good example here. She said that she prays every morning for the strength to get through the day, because sometimes shit gets hard, right? But a lot of people say that, oh, God will not give you any struggles that you can't handle. Joe Hackman is saying, we as fans are happy you turn things around in your life, Antoine. Yes. Well, you know what? I'm really happy that I have guys that have been following me long enough and cared enough to see me fuck up my life, come back, fuck it up again, and come back, fuck it up again, and come back. And you guys are still there, you know? I appreciate that. I'm grateful for that. Shout out to Joe Hackman. I'm happy I turned my life around too, you know? So like I said before, I still feel the pull, you know? Every day sometimes it's like the devil's trying to convince me to go back, but not today, man. Not today, man. It's like I'm happy I turned my life around too. What more do you want, right? I got a house, I got a wife and a son, and you know, healthy and well, all of them. It's like this is it. This is it. I wish that's for everyone, you know. Xavier is saying, he's talking about his options to improve his contact with God. He said, I've been waking up and practicing gratitude. I have prayed to a higher power with my current situation and pray for others for the first time ever. Whoa. I lost 2 uncles this past week, so I prayed for them. Hey, man, I'm really sorry for your losses. But it's good that you prayed for them. Wherever they are now, they're good, you know, they're okay. So, you know, it's kind of, you know, if you believe in that, it's kind of a relief a little bit. But you must feel sad too, you know, that's normal. But praying for others, that's one thing. You know what I've tried to do in the past. That's like it's a practice a little bit. I try to pray for people I don't like. Any of you guys tried that? It's like I actually prayed, like, let's say there's somebody that you don't like or that doesn't like you. I actually, like, in the past I didn't do it in a while because I don't like anyone anymore. I just kind of my own little bubble here, good bubble. But I could think of people I don't really like. I should pray for them too, right? But I've done it before. I would actually think about the person that I like the least and pray for them to be okay and be good. You give them strength and all this stuff. I would do that. And I would do it and I would still hate them while I do it, right? I mean, if the hate doesn't go away, or the dislikeness, or if they find them annoying or whatever, or they wronged you, I would still pray for them. People that wronged me, I would try to pray for them. It's a good practice. You know, it's like you're doing you're praying in your prayer. You're doing the thing that you want to do the least, but you're doing it. It's a good practice. Good things come out of that. Xavier is saying, thank you, Joe. I spoke to my uncle who was very religious, and then Usam saying, I praise the Almighty for every moment of day. Good, Usam. I like that. It's like you praise him for every moment of the day, good or bad, right? All the moments. Xavier said he was at peace with moving on and seeing my grandparents. You know, how cool is that? If he's about to pass away, he's not afraid, he's at peace with the situation, and he has faith that everything will be fine. It's like phew. It's almost a relief for everyone looking at him, right? It's my baby. it's almost like a relief. Like if I would see somebody I love and like pass away, like saying like, hey, it's fine. I gotta go see grandma. I'm at peace with everything. This is the next step in life. You know, I'll give a shout out to you at God. I'll give God a shout out. You know, that's the best. And then Xavier said, I considering praying for my ex that's fake having cancer. So it's funny you say that. I'll try. You know what? Do it. Do it. For those who don't know, it's just the whole situation here. So just pretend that this is normal with Xavier. I would do it. You know, just for the. You don't have to tell anyone either. You know, like we're talking about it because the subject is prayer, right? That's why we're talking about it. But you can just do it. You don't have to tell anyone. It's just between you and whatever is listening, right? And Hussam is saying yes, because I said earlier, like he's praying, he's praising Allah for the Almighty for all the moments of the day, which includes the bad ones and the good ones. So, because sometimes the bad ones we have to be grateful for because we come out of the bad ones a different person. You know, imagine if I didn't have all the bad stuff happen to me. I would not even be doing this live stream right now, right? I would not even be trying to help other people and, you know, or you guys helping me by, you know, we're communicating right now, we're sharing about that stuff. Like when in life do you take the time to talk about this stuff? I mean, I'm sure some of you guys do that, but for me, it's like, you know, with my wife, I do that. At the meetings, I do that. We're doing it right now, but sometimes it's like a lot of guys don't have a platform or a place to do that. So we're doing this. All of us together right now. Desktop Bodybuilding, Xavier is from Australia. Hussam, I don't know where you're from, but, you know, Islam. Tina is from, you know, the GTA, not far away. Joe Hackman is from somewhere too, different. Bubba was from Georgia, right? We're all from different walks of life. And we're all talking about our connection with our own, the God of our understanding. This is good. This is why I'm doing this. Yeah, man. Xavier, every week you should come by. Because it's like of course it's called Antoine Anonymous because I'm using my own experience of overcoming drug addiction. Every day I'm still doing it in recovery. This is why it's called like that, but this is mostly like a live stream to help people with struggling with mental health and addiction in general, not just drugs. You know, if you're going through a bad time, you can just come to this live stream. You can spam the chat. I'll help you out. Cool thing right now is that we have 16 viewers. I don't think I get more than that usually. Not everybody chats, right? I mean, you should. That'd be cool. If you know, that's fine. But what I mean by that is that one or two people really struggling right now could go to this live stream and in the chat share about it, and I'll be there listening. And of course, I'm gonna say something back because if I would just be listening, it would be a long live stream. So I'm gonna give my input based only from my experience with my own life, the things that happened to me, and I would never say to do something, but I would give suggestions based on what I did. So you gotta take it like that, right? Usam is saying it's easy to be thankful for good things in life, but we need to see bad things as something we can learn from, and we should thankful for it. I'm Turkish, but I live in Denmark. Yes, Turkish in Denmark. That's cool. See that? That's good. So we have Australia, we have Denmark, lots of people. Desktop Bodybuilding says, what do you find helps you the best for productivity in your down moments? I think in my down moments, I will try to do something that's kind of hard to do, maybe like exercise, something like that, something that, because for me it's like my default, like I kind of go, I know that working out will make me feel better. So if I'm really, really down, I'm like, is there something that, because if I just sit down and do nothing, I'm going to feel worse. So I need to do one thing, accomplish one thing. It could be like you do a checklist with just 2 things, 3 things to do. And then I would do that. And then I said, okay, at least I accomplished something. And then maybe if I was down, maybe I'm still down, but I'm a little bit higher, right? A little bit higher. Or a lot of times, like, the thing I don't want to do when I'm down, feel down, is talk about it, right? Most of that, I don't. If I feel down, a lot of times, like I have bad days. My wife thinks I never have bad days, but I just have bad days. I just kind of like just keep them inside and I process them myself. And maybe if it's really bad, of course I'll talk about it. But if it's just something like it's in my own head, like I feel like I'm not doing enough again, same story of my life. Well, I'll keep it to myself because I know it's just like, oh, it's just my fear trying to like act out again, right? Fear of not being good enough. But sharing is the thing I should be doing. But if I just feel down, just for whatever reason, I'm going to try to accomplish something, set the bar low, accomplish it, check it, and then I'm going to feel a bit better. Oh, shout out to Taylor James, 1 year sober just recently. Congratulations, man. One day at a time. That's how you did it, right? You did it. You woke up every day. You did your best on that day. You went to bed sober. And then the following day, you woke up sober. You did your best that day to stay sober, and you did just for that day, and then you went to bed, and then you repeated that for over 365 days. That's awesome. So Joe Ackman is saying, if I'm really down, I force myself to go to the gym, even if it's cardio. See, that's kind of the same thing, right? Like a lot of time when you're down, you don't want to exercise, right? But you can use the exercise as the thing that's going to make you feel better. But some people could be like, oh, I feel down. What should I do? I'll clean up my room. Nobody wants to do that when they're down, right? If I'm down, what do I want to do? I just want to, I don't know, I guess, watch TV or something? Or what do you do when you're down?
I cry.
She cries. That's the best answer so far, probably. She just feels the emotion and then it goes away? Eventually it goes away. Wow. Wow. Hey, I'm talking about like things I need to do to like, and she just feels the emotion. Damn. Bars. That's good too, guys. How about we feel our emotions and we just live them? But I think for me to live emotions, I need to talk about it. Food is here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Oh, okay. Well, guys, I gotta bounce. The food is here. If you just came in, you should watch the beginning of the live stream too. It's really good. I think. Talk about a lot of cool stuff. Shout out to Tina, 2 months and a half. Shout out to Tyler James, over a year. Shout out to Xavier from Australia. Shout out to Usam, from Turkey to Denmark, to my YouTube channel, Husan. So, that's it. We're good. All right, Usam, have a good prayer. You have a good day. Put all of us in your prayer. I'm going to put you in mine, all you guys in mine. I wish you all the best to you too, Husan, and everybody else in the chat. All right, peace out. We're good. Haroon, what's up? Watch the whole live stream. I got to go. Food. See ya. Stick to Fit. See you, man. Shout out to Stick to Fit.